On December 5th, 1945, 5 high-powered Navy bombers took off from Florida for a routine 3-hour exercise. The sky was clear. The pilots were veterans. It was a mission so simple, they could have done it in their sleep. But 3 hours later, the flight leader's voice crackled over the radio, not with coordinates, but with pure, unadulterated terror. He didn't say he was lost. He said the world didn't look right. He said the water was turning white. By sunset, all 5 planes were gone. By midnight, the massive rescue plane sent to find them had also vanished. 6 planes, 27 men, 0 wreckage. This is the story of Flight 19, the mission that gave birth to the legend of the Bermuda Triangle. It began at 2:10 p.m. at Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale. 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers, massive Iron Birds built to survive the chaos of World War II, lined up on the runway. But there was a shadow over the mission before it even began. The flight leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, arrived late and visibly shaken. He approached his superior officer with a strange, desperate request. "I don't want to lead this one. Please, find someone else." When asked why, Taylor couldn't give a logical reason. He just had a feeling. His request was denied. He was ordered into the cockpit. For the first 90 minutes, the flight was textbook. They reached their target, completed their bombing runs, and turned to head home. That's when the glitch began. Back at the base, the radio tower picked up a frantic conversation between the pilots. They weren't talking to the tower. They were talking to each other, sounding panicked and confused. Taylor's voice finally broke through to the ground controllers. He reported that both of his compasses had failed. This was statistically impossible. 2 independent mechanical systems on a lead plane going haywire at the exact same time. But it got weirder. The tower told Taylor to fly west, toward the setting sun. It was a foolproof way to hit the Florida coast. But Taylor's voice came back, trembling. He said he didn't know where the sun was. He said everything was wrong. Then, he uttered the line that still haunts investigators today. "Everything looks strange, even the ocean. We are entering white water. Nothing seems right." To this day, experts don't know what white water meant. There were no storms, no fog. Yet, Taylor was convinced he was in the Florida Keys, hundreds of miles from his actual position. In his confusion, he led his men further and further into the open Atlantic, flying away from safety and into the heart of a darkening ocean. As the sun set, the radio signals grew faint. The last words ever heard from Flight 19 were Taylor's command to his men. "When the first man drops below 10 gallons, we all go down together." The Navy didn't wait. They scrambled a Martin Mariner, a massive flying boat designed specifically for sea rescues. It was a flying gas tank, loaded with survival gear and 13 crewmen. 20 minutes after takeoff, the Mariner checked in with a routine position report. And then, silence. In a single afternoon, the ocean hadn't just claimed 5 bombers. It had swallowed the very machine sent to save them. The next morning, the Navy launched the largest search in history. 300 ships and 700 planes blanketed the Atlantic. They looked for oil slicks, life jackets, or floating debris. They found nothing. Not a single scrap of aluminum. Not a single floating tire. The official Navy report called the disappearance disturbing and listed the cause as unknown. One board member famously remarked that the planes vanished as if they had flown to Mars. Were they victims of a sudden magnetic anomaly? Did they fly into a blue hole in the ocean's surface? Or did they encounter something in that white water that the human mind isn't meant to understand? We may never have the answers, but next time you fly over those deep blue waters, look closely at the horizon. If the ocean starts to change color and the sun feels like it's in the wrong place, pray your compass still works.